Have you ever felt something very clearly, but didn't know how to say it in English?
You know the feeling. It's there in your head, in your heart, but the words just don't come out.
Welcome to English Box, Easy English with Julia and Tom. If this is your first time here, this channel helps you turn English into a small, daily habit that fits real life. I'm Julia, and I'm really glad you're here with us today.
And I'm Tom. Today's episode is a gentle one because we're talking about feelings, something we all have but don't always know how to express.
Especially in another language, sometimes we only say, I'm fine, even when we feel tired, stressed, excited, or confused inside.
Exactly. And it's not because your English is bad, it's because emotions are personal and they take time to put into words.
That's why today's topic is how to express your feelings in English, not in a dramatic way and not with complicated vocabulary, but in a simple, honest, everyday way.
We'll talk about common feelings, how to describe them naturally, and how to share a little more than just good or bad.
As always, we speak slowly and clearly. You can listen while walking, resting, or just taking a quiet moment for yourself.
You don't need to understand every word. Even listening is already helping your English grow.
And you don't need to share deep emotions perfectly. One simple sentence is more than enough.
Think of this episode as practice, not performance.
By the end, you'll have a few calm, useful ways to talk about how you feel in daily life.
Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy learning English in a relaxed, realistic way.
Take a slow breath. Maybe make a cup of tea, grab a small snack, and let yourself get comfortable.
And let's learn how to express our feelings in English, calmly, naturally, and without pressure.
Tom, how are you feeling today?
I'm fine.
You say you're fine, but your face is telling a slightly different story. You look calm on the outside, but a little confused and distracted underneath.
Okay, you got me. I'm not exactly fine. This morning was a bit stressful. I was rushing out of the house, running late, and suddenly I couldn't find my keys.
Oh no, the classic morning panic, when your brain stops working and everything disappears at the same time.
Exactly. I checked my bag, my pockets, the table, everywhere. I was already imagining myself being late all day. And then I realized I was holding the keys in my hand the whole time.
That explains the feeling on your face. So maybe the more honest sentence is, I'm fine, but also a little stressed and slightly embarrassed.
That's much more accurate. And this is the problem, right? We often feel many things at once, but we don't know how to say them. So we just say, I'm fine.
Yes, feelings are messy. Sometimes you're tired, stressed, annoyed, and nervous all at the same time, and one simple word doesn't really cover it.
And saying I'm fine is easy, but it doesn't help you connect with others or even understand yourself.
Exactly. That's why today's topic matters. Learning to express your feelings doesn't mean being dramatic or emotional all the time.
It just means finding simple, honest words for what's happening inside you.
And don't worry, no therapy couch required. We'll keep it gentle, practical, and focused on English you can actually use in real life. Everyday feelings. Let's start today's lesson gently, so everyone can practice along with us. We'll talk about feelings in a calm, realistic way, the kind of English you actually use in daily life.
First, we'll answer the questions ourselves. Then it's your turn to try. Short answers are perfect. We'll pause often so you can speak out loud or quietly in your head.
And remember, simple first. You can always add more later. So, Tom, how are you feeling today? Honestly.
Honestly, I'm feeling okay, but a little tired. Not the kind of tired where I need a long vacation, more like my brain is asking for a short nap and a coffee.
I understand that. Today, I feel calm but slightly distracted. Calm means peaceful inside, and distracted means my attention keeps wandering, usually toward my phone.
Now it's your turn to practice. When someone asks, "How are you feeling today?" you can say, "I feel okay." Or, "I feel a little tired today." Or, "I feel calm but not very focused."
Tom, lately, do you feel more tired or more energetic?
It really changes day by day. Some mornings I feel energetic and ready to do everything. Other days, even answering emails feels like a big project.
That's very honest. For me, I feel more energetic in the morning and more tired in the evening. Energy is that feeling that helps you start things until it quietly disappears after dinner. Now it's your turn to practice. When someone asks, "Do you feel more tired or more energetic lately?" you can say, "I feel tired lately." Or, "I feel more energetic in the morning." Or, "My energy goes up and down during the day."
Julia, what usually makes you feel calm?
Quiet time helps me a lot. Even 10 minutes without noise can change my mood. I also feel calm when I stop checking messages every few minutes.
Walking outside works for me. Calm is when your body slows down and your mind stops racing, which doesn't happen very often these days. Your turn to practice. You can say, "Walking makes me feel calm." Or, "I feel calm when I listen to music." Or, "Quiet time helps me reset after a busy day."
And one more honest question, Tom. What often makes you feel stressed or annoyed?
Rushing in the morning stresses me out. Stressed means feeling pressure, like something heavy is sitting on you. And annoyed is when small things suddenly feel very big, especially before 9 a.m.
Very true. Deadlines stress me out too, and I feel annoyed when plans change at the last minute. Now practice with us. You can say, "I feel stressed at work." Or, "I get annoyed when I'm in a hurry." Or, "Too many small problems really affect my mood."
Notice something important here.
You don't need perfect words. One honest sentence is enough.
And the more you practice saying how you feel, the easier it becomes next time.
Positive feelings. Now, let's move to positive feelings, the ones we sometimes forget to talk about. Tom, what makes you feel happy in daily life?
Simple things, honestly. A good cup of coffee, a quiet morning, or finishing something I've been avoiding. Happy doesn't have to be big. Sometimes it's just feeling comfortable.
I agree. I feel happy when my day feels balanced, not rushed, not too full. Now it's your turn to practice. When someone asks, "What makes you feel happy?" you can say, "Small things make me happy." Or, "I feel happy when I have a calm day." Or, "Feeling balanced makes me happier."
Julia, when was the last time you felt proud of yourself?
Recently, actually, I finished something I had been putting off for weeks. Proud means feeling good about your effort, not because it's perfect, but because you tried.
I like that. I felt proud when I kept a promise to myself, even a small one. Your turn to practice. You can say, "I felt proud of myself recently." Or, "I felt proud when I finished something difficult." Or, keeping a promise to myself made me feel proud.
After a long day, what helps you feel relaxed, Tom?
Turning off my phone helps a lot. Relaxed means your body and mind finally stop working so hard. Music and a slow walk also help.
For me, a quiet evening and doing nothing on purpose feels very relaxing. Now practice. You can say, music helps me relax. Or, I feel relaxed when I'm at home. Or, quiet evenings help me unwind.
And one last question. When you feel low, what gives you motivation?
Small progress. Motivation is the feeling that helps you start again, even when you don't feel excited.
Same here. I remind myself that doing a little is better than doing nothing. Your turn. You can say, small progress motivates me. Or, I feel motivated when I remember my goals. Or, encouraging myself helps me keep going.
If you practiced even one sentence, that's already progress.
Expressing feelings doesn't need big words, just honest ones said calmly.
Difficult and mixed feelings. Let's move on to some feelings that adults experience very often, but don't always talk about.
Yes, these are the feelings we usually hide behind a smile and say, I'm fine.
Tom, what usually makes you feel nervous or anxious?
I feel nervous before presentations or important meetings. Anxious means your mind keeps thinking about what could go wrong, even before anything actually happens.
I relate to that. I feel anxious when I have too many things to do and not enough time. My thoughts start racing before I even begin.
Now it's your turn to practice. When someone asks, what makes you feel nervous or anxious, you can say, I feel nervous before meetings. Or, I get anxious when I have too many tasks. Or, uncertainty makes me feel anxious, even when things are going well.
How do you usually feel before an important event, Tom?
Before an important event, I feel nervous but also focused. Nervous gives me energy, and focused helps me prepare better.
For me, it's similar. I feel excited, but my stomach feels tight, like my body knows something important is coming.
Let's practice together. If someone asks, how do you feel before an important event? You can say, I feel nervous. Or, I feel a bit stressed but ready. Or, I feel excited and nervous at the same time. Julia, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
Yes, I do. Overwhelmed means everything feels like too much. Too many tasks, messages, or decisions at once. It usually happens when I don't take breaks.
Same here. I feel overwhelmed when everything feels urgent, even small things.
Now, your turn. When someone asks, do you ever feel overwhelmed? You can say, yes, sometimes. Or, I feel overwhelmed when I'm very busy. Or, I feel overwhelmed when I try to do everything perfectly.
Finally, Julia, how do you describe mixed feelings? Like happy but tired, or excited but nervous?
I usually say I have mixed feelings. It means two emotions exist at the same time, and that's completely normal.
Exactly. Adults often feel more than one thing at once, and that doesn't mean something is wrong.
Let's practice one last time. You can say, I have mixed feelings. Or, I feel happy but also tired. Or, I'm excited about the change but a little nervous too.
Notice something important here.
You don't need complicated words to be honest about how you feel.
Simple sentences are powerful when they're real.
And the more you practice saying them, the easier they become. Expressing feelings to others.
Now let's move from feelings inside us to something a bit harder, sharing those feelings with other people.
Yes, because knowing how you feel is one thing, explaining it to someone else is another skill entirely.
Exactly. So let's start with this question. How do you tell someone you're not okay?
For me, I try to be honest but simple. I might say, I'm not feeling great today, or I'm a bit off. When I say off, I mean something feels wrong, but I don't need to explain everything.
That's a good approach. I usually say, I'm okay, but I'm dealing with a few things. That sentence creates space. It tells the truth without turning it into a long story.
Now it's your turn to practice. If someone asks how you are, you could say, I'm not feeling great today. Or, I'm okay, just not at my best. Or, I'm dealing with a few things right now.
Let's talk about something tricky, expressing frustration politely.
Yes, especially at work. Instead of saying, this is annoying, I try, I'm a bit frustrated because the plan keeps changing. Frustrated means you're blocked. You want to move forward, but something keeps stopping you.
I do something similar. I say, I'm finding this a little challenging. It sounds calmer, but the feeling is still honest.
Now you try. When something bothers you, you can say, I feel a bit frustrated. Or, this is challenging for me right now. Or, I'm having some difficulty with this.
Next question. How do you say you need space or rest?
I've learned to say it clearly. I might say, I need a little quiet time, or I need to rest tonight. Rest doesn't mean being lazy, it means recharging your energy.
I agree. I often say, can we talk later? I need a short break. That's respectful and honest.
Your turn. You can practice saying, I need some time to rest. Or, I need a little space right now. Or, can we talk about this later?
Finally, let's end with something positive. How do you share good news or excitement?
I love this part. I usually say, I'm really happy about this, or I have some good news. Excited means you feel energy and joy at the same time.
I say, I'm excited to share something, or this made my day. Simple, but very natural.
Now it's your turn. Say it out loud or quietly. I have good news. Or, I'm really excited about this. Or, this made me very happy.
Notice how none of these sentences are complicated.
You don't need perfect words, just clear, kind ones.
And when you practice expressing feelings like this, conversations become easier and more human.
Exactly. One sentence is enough to connect. That brings us to the end of today's episode. We've talked about many different feelings today, the easy ones, the mixed ones, and even the uncomfortable ones.
And if you're listening right now and thinking, I don't remember all the words, that's completely okay. You don't need to remember everything to make progress.
What matters is that you started noticing your feelings and you tried putting them into English, even with just one simple sentence.
Expressing feelings is not about sounding perfect. It's about being honest and clear, with yourself first, and then with others.
If you want to practice more, try this small habit. Once a day, ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Then answer in English, quietly, simply, or even just in your head.
One sentence is enough. I feel tired. I feel calm. I feel a little stressed. That's real English you can use every day. And if you want, share in the comments one feeling you learned to express today. It can be short, even just one word.
If you enjoyed learning English in this gentle, realistic way, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue creating calm lessons for busy learners like you.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We'll be back soon with another episode to help you use English more naturally in everyday life.
Until then, take care of yourself, trust your progress, and keep practicing, one simple sentence at a time. See you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.